I wrote a new prayer this morning specifically for this. So, dear universe, masculine and feminine, please give us spiritual understanding and wisdom for today's discussion. We pray for discernment so we truly receive the information you are bringing forth. We thank you for loving us and guiding us to deep wisdom for our growth and evolution. I pray we receive and reflect your absolute goodness today to remind others of hope and light in a darkened world. To the Creator be the glory. Amen.
Amen.
All right. So today's topic is star seeds, right?
That is very exciting. I've been excited about this subject all week.
Me too.
I love this. I love this.
Me too. I did some research on this. So I'm going to start with, what is a star seed?
And can I bring in Lokaous since he's the first star seed? So let's bring
he's the very first one.
And so for people that have not watched our videos and are familiar with what we do channel ancient energies. We call them Lazarus. And there is 3 of them, and each of them have their own divine wisdom. Now, Lokaous, our first energy, he would be our third energy, but the teaching energy, he's the first star seed. He's also known as Archangel Metatron, which is the star seed archangel for the star seeds.
Right.
So if the star seed and you are a star seed, he's right there assisting you.
Yeah.
So bring in Lokaous as you start.
Okay. Okay. So I looked up some information on star seeds. So we have other wisdom to impart. So star seeds are highly advanced spiritual beings and souls that originate from distant planets, solar systems, and galaxies far from Earth. These evolved souls carry a multitude of wisdom within, along with special abilities and gifts. Every starseed carries activation encryptions, special codes designed to unlock their knowledge and abilities at a predetermined or even spontaneous time. It is this knowledge that is fundamental as to why they came to Earth in the first place. Prior to incarnation, they answered the call of mastery, wisdom, vision, and creativity to be seeded into specific civilizations, predominantly those with darker sides to them. Different to Earth humans and Earth angels, a starseed soul has no roots here on Earth, but was sent here to complete a specific mission or deed. But Lokaous, wouldn't you be rooted here on Earth? Are you not rooted here on Earth?
I am rooted here on your planet.
That's what I thought. Okay, so I want to correct that because so you were the first one that was rooted here on Earth.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And there are many different star seeds, but their overall star seed mission involves paving new pathways for innovation, healing, creativity, understanding, expansion, and Earth's ascension. Star seeds here in this present moment voluntarily came to Earth to uplift the planet's vibration, ready to propel humanity, Mother Gaia, and nature into the golden age of transformation, creativity, peace, love, and divine healing. It's estimated 1% of the Earth's population are star seeds. And star seeds can originate from many different star systems, like Lokaous is from the Pleiades. So we are from the Pleiades. But there's also star system Orion, Andromeda, and each star system has their own wisdom and knowledge to share with us as humans. So there's all kinds of different spiritual beings. That's why Marcus and Loki say they're not energies, they're beings. So they're these spiritual beings from the Pleiades that are here to teach us.
Exactly. And I am here and I'm rooted here. So yeah. So, and I am here. My aspect, Archangel Metatron, is the archangel for the star seeds. He has that wisdom to help, the unique wisdom to help when they have a question. So he is there to assist. But and as well, I'm a teacher to represent Pleiades, but as well to teach as well. And, and that is what I do with both you girls. And I help as well.
Right. So if there's anyone watching, do you resonate with this stuff? Do you like look off and feel like you're not from here? Like you feel like you're from the stars? know a lot of people that are obsessed with constellations and stars. Like they know there's something deeper. Women that love the moon, they connect with the moon. I mean, there's so much more than what we've been taught to look at.
You would maybe feel the best way for a star seed, maybe the inclination. You will start as you start spiritually awakening. Your third eye starts to open up, and you start kind of feeling like a little homesick, like you feel this isn't home. You kind of don't fit in with a group. You may specialized knowledge, you have no idea where this is coming from. You have different thoughts and ideas than others would have. Maybe water, you just love water, you love dolphins, but why the appeal? Maybe you have a love for things that the humans don't understand but you just have some kind of specialized knowledge and you just don't understand, but it all happens during a spiritual awakening. And then the stars really have something to do as well. You just love the stars. You love, and you just look, but when you go to sleep at night, they come to you in your sleep, and your dreams will try to reflect. They try to tell you your star system. They try to tell you, but they show you little hints here and there, and that. So stars, being a star seed, I think you feel it at birth. I think you just feel it. Angela, didn't you feel you were a star seed from the very beginning? I know you have felt that.
I always felt weird. I remember like the first time like Dad smacked me across my face when I was like 4 or something. And I remember in my head hearing, "How dare you smack me? Don't you know who I am?" And I thought, who am I? Like, I'm a little girl. And then I kept saying, who am I? Who am I? And it was like, never mind, kid. And it always made me wonder, who the crap am I? Who did I think I was? It was such a weird thing. But and being empathic, feeling other people's emotions, and like knowing how to put yourself in their shoes to feel their pain. I know we've been very deep in that, Michelle and I both. And it's hard sometimes to distinguish what's you and what's not you when you're empathic, when you feel this stuff so deeply. I know when I had my spiritual awakening and Lyme disease, I had to work on what energy is mine.
Right.
What energy do I need to separate from? So as starseeds, I feel like we're magnets for this stuff, like moths being drawn to a flame. We're a bright light, and it's like garbage and stuff is just drawn to it. Things are drawn to it, and they don't understand why. Like people being drawn to Jesus. I think a lot of people didn't understand why they were drawn to Jesus.
Right. Well, as a starseed, you're here on learning specialized knowledge and teachings. You're a multi-dimensional being. And on your particular planet, it is whatever your particular reason for being on this particular plane at this moment right now. And you volunteer to do this, and you're one of the rare ones to do this, because this takes a lot to leave your home planet and come here. I can tell you I have times of sadness because I miss home. I miss my home. But I understand my mission here is so much more important for this creator. A lot of the star systems right now have come together to help the star system, to help this particular divine creator at this moment right now. We all stick together as one.
Right.
We stick together. He needs a little assistance. She needs a little assistance right now.
Right.
Mother Gaia needs some love, and a lot of these star seeds heard the call, and they are here right now with whatever talents they're bringing from their home planet, whether it be peace, love, creative ideas, to help save the planet, whatever, to be an activist, whatever it is at this moment. You are here to help the planet in some way, but you're also helping the divine creator as well. But in the process, you're learning through different lessons. We may call these good or bad lessons. And nothing is good, nothing is bad. It is all just a lesson in the end. And that's just to expand your mind. The more lessons you go through, it expands your mind. And this beautiful divine creator gives you a thing called angel school to go to assist you to your particular planetary needs. So you're always learning here, always. So she, creator here, always makes sure that the star seeds here are still taken care of until they go back to their planet of origin. Always.
I think a good example of a possible star seed.
Just put Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs, absolutely.
Yes.
Einstein, like these people, Tesla, right? Nikola Tesla, these people knew they were spiritual beings. Because they're old souls, right? They've done this. They're masters, as they
Well, how
said.
about
They are
Mozart?
masters that come here.
Mozart, the piano, learned at such an early
Oh,
age. I mean,
yeah,
think about that. I mean, the people that
right.
have the wisdom that you just comes out of nowhere, and these young children that display such talent as the beautiful
Yes,
or whatever they've come here to do. But let's not forget those that are maybe blind, deaf. They as well are bringing something into
yes,
particular incarnation. Even if you have,
yeah,
I mean, you feel like you're mean spirited, you still are bringing something. You're learning something
yes,
here, and
yeah,
because just because this incarnation, like for example, you are beautiful in this incarnation. Maybe there was another one that you were not, because you got to remember when you incarnate here on this planetary, sometimes you choose, well, you want to see the other side of things. Because how do you learn and grow if you're just on
right,
just one particular path? You cannot.
right.
Loki has
You
taught
cannot.
me that. Loki has taught me
Yeah,
that. He has
good.
taught me you got to see both sides of things, which is why
Yeah.
certain
You
lives I
have to.
have to. But he keeps certain things
If
in
you
my.
don't, you're ignoring half of the creation, and you can't ignore half the creation. It exists too.
So you can help those that need your assistance
Yes.
and that.
Yeah.
And now you come here, you're not perfect. There's only one perfect being. That was it. And that was Jesus. And he
Yeah.
walked with his human eyes to teach and that. But we carry that Holy Spirit in our heart. So we always got that wisdom that as he walked, we always carry that
Yeah.
wisdom. When you're here, you carry that wisdom. And even when you go back to your home planet, you get to keep that love energy, because in
Yeah.
the end, that's why you're here. They have love in their particular way, whether it would be truth, wisdom, like for example, Marcus does not feel love, but he knows that he's a good being. But as love is a
Yeah.
form, what does love? So being
Right.
around it's starting to make sense to him. He's starting to
Right.
see in that. So that is what you're bringing to your planet. So it's like an exchange. You're coming here to learn love, divine wisdom, and in turn you're going back to your planet and teaching that to your people.
Right.
So and then in your
Right. We're all learning and exchanging. We're a community. Like Native Americans were a community and shared everything. They had it. They were a proper reflection of what we were supposed to do.
you're an ambassador of your planet right now. You're an ambassador representing your planet right now, and you're here to bring whatever gifts your planet has, because there's guaranteed your planet has something that this realm needs, that this planet needs, or something.
Yes.
No matter what you think, if there's nothing, you are bringing something. You're bringing your planet here, your galactic
Yeah.
universe, your star seed. And the more people that you click with, more than likely that's part of your star seed family. More than likely you
Yeah.
will probably find out the more people you click with, it is your star seed. But you also click with other star seed, the community, because you're all one, because everybody's working as one unity, not a separate unity. We're all working as one. I work with different galactic systems. I don't work just with the Pleiades. I work with all that here. I don't pick just whatever. And I was from the
Right.
very beginning, that is what, just because I'm the first, but I always welcome the rest, because it is hard to leave your home planet to come here. It is like you're a new student, for example, leaving home for the first time to go to college.
Right.
Leave home. But think about it, but unlike that, see, you don't remember home. You just feel it in inkling and
Right.
signs, but you
Yeah.
don't understand, why am I the misfit? Why don't I fit in? And so I think maybe schools could be what's going on. A lot of these kids they feel misfit. They don't belong. They don't fit in the norm, and they want to fit in, but they're star seeds.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of that, because they're coming in to fix the planet, but why am I here? So when the veil
Right.
hits, you don't know. You don't know.
Right.
You feel it, and you'll have dreams, but you forget.
Yeah.
But you sign up for that, though. You sign up to forget. I don't forget,
Right.
because I had to remember.
Right.
So but yes, that is what you have such a special mission. Very.
Yeah. Some other traits when you have an aversion to harm or violence. I know mom and dad loved watching horror flicks and stuff, and I couldn't handle it. I always pictured it happening to me. It's always happening to me. I could never handle it. I cried when the aunt died in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. like because he was their friend. He was their friend, and then he spared his life for them, and that always touched me so deeply. And if friends knew that, they rewind that part over and over again, because I cried like I lost a friend, and I don't think they understood how someone could connect to a fake aunt, but I so connected to that fake aunt. And when Garfield got put in jail, I cried and hid under the blanket, and Mom said I wasn't going to be allowed to watch cartoons for a while because I was too sensitive. Being this highly sensitive, especially in times that are hard or dark, or if you're with people that are frustrated, maybe they don't have a place of love, so they come from a place of frustration, but you come from a place of love. That's a dark spot to be. That's hard to be there. And I think a lot of starseeds are in those types of positions. They're being put in hard places to show people the strength that they can carry.
Well, this particular creator, source, love, whatever you choose to call divine being that oversees all, everything is manufactured. Love is your final answer in every single situation you go. It's just you got to come back to love. And this creator doesn't, there is free will. You get to choose.
Right.
Look, as we know, didn't have free will. He had no free will. And he said, and he's like, humans just don't understand this beautiful thing called free will. You can choose.
Right.
But regardless if you choose to follow or you don't, this being still follows you no matter what, because this is, you're here as a representative from your planet, but you are here on this turf here, like you're on their turf, taking care of you.
Right.
Your needs that you need, you're being taken care of. You're being provided for. And then we look out outside nature, you are well provided for. And all you have to do is ask. You know. So you're talking about how movies, particular ones, got you as a child. My new ones are Christmas movies. Michelle, I channel and I watch Christmas movies. It's a Wonderful Life got me to tears. White Christmas. All of these are things of giving. Just giving. Just giving your heart to others. And I love that because I want to see more of that. I really do. That Christmas spirit, then that shows what it should be. The Christmas spirit should be.
Right.
It's the Christmas spirit. And I feel that through the time, it's just been forgotten what that's about. But you're sensitive as a being, it makes me cry. And her children will say, well, Lokaous, why does that make you cry? Because I'm like, that's so beautiful. That is where that is what I want to bring to them. The generous giving. Watch this. This is beautiful. And only here on this realm do you get to see such beautiful things.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
And vulnerability. Vulnerability is beautiful. When you see someone that truly is vulnerable for you and with you, that's such a beautiful thing, because that's so hard. But there's so much healing in that moment. I think that's part of what the beauty is. It's like in that video you talked about the gold being put in the pottery that's broken pieces in Japan, how broken pottery, they fill it with gold. It's like that same thing, that after something's been broken and healed, there's just something special about it.
But know when you come down to this planet, you're multiversal, and know that you're not broken. You feel broken, but you're not ever broken.
Right.
You're never broken. You come here with an ideal as a child, and you forget through human ways. You got to remember, when you're a child, from the very beginning, somebody's telling you what to do from the very, very beginning, and you forget. You forget everything, and whatever energies you start perceiving don't make sense to you. But you just know that you follow this road. Don't feel right to you, but you must follow. Michelle has said, when your mom would give you rules, it didn't feel right to her. Things didn't feel right.
Yeah.
She said going to a church didn't feel right to her. Doesn't make it. But she said, well, maybe I'm going to hell, or maybe I'm cursed, or something's wrong. What through the course, she's discovered why all of these things now make sense to her. It was never that. Look what you girls are doing now. You would have both neither one pictured as children. You'd be doing this and helping so many people in divine and helping divine, and discovering your star seed. And it floored you, and you found out I was from Pleiades. It just floored you, like, really. And I said, that's where you girls are from as well. But I think that was the next step of your evolution, to figure this out.
Right.
But
speaking of that,
yes,
I wanted to read a piece of scripture from Amos 5:8 that talked about the Pleiades. It said, he who made Pleiades and Orion, who turns midnight into dawn and darkens day into night, who calls for the sea and pours them out over the face of the land. The Lord is his name.
Yes.
I just thought it was beautiful. It's showing us again the Creator created these things. He's all this stuff is working together. It's a system. It's a working system, and it seems like everything is voluntarily offering itself up for learning, but humanity is not. Part of them is choosing not to want to participate. They want to stay in their darkness, but all the forces of spirit are coming down to be like, no, I can't let you stay there. We can't let you stay there. You are perfect inside, just like you said. We accept the illusion that we are broken, but you're right. Inside, we're perfect. The part of us that's real, you can't touch it. You can't hurt it. That's the gift of Holy Spirit, isn't it? It's like we got solidarity. We have solid ground. We have those things because love gave us those things.
Yes, and it's in your heart chakra. You can feel it every single time. It's right here in your heart center, and you're never alone.
Yeah.
You're not broken. You may feel broken because people told you you're broken. So how many times, you know, like somebody could look at Michelle through a divorce right now and say, Michelle, you are truly broken. Well, how many times does she have to hear it? Then she'll be like, oh, I'm broken. Oh, because somebody's told me.
Right.
You're not broken.
Right.
You're never broken. The Japanese figured this out with the gold and the pottery. And those are their most prized.
Right.
When you feel broken,
Yes.
I don't care if you're scarred. I don't care. Look at Loki. Loki is scarred from head to toe, but he'll tell you right now. He is because I'm broken. I misunderstood, but he's from Plato.
Yeah.
But he carries everything with pride. But he'll also tell you, I'm not broken. He is one of the strongest beings I know.
Right. Right.
He's done in every aspect. You know, what we will go into further later on. You understand. He'll tell you, I'm like the gold piece, and I'm broken, but I'm proud of the whatever has come my way. But he'll even say, I'm not broken. You're a perfect being. You come here, you feel like you're like broken, and when you go back to your galactic universe where you're from, once again you realize, wait a second, I was never broken. Why did I come here thinking I was broken? But that's all part of that illusion. For this, you create whatever you put out into the universe. If you say enough times you're broken, you will be broken. If you say enough times anything, that is exactly what you are. You create your reality. And if there's something, I love Julia Cannon says this, and she said it perfectly. She'll say, like, if something, as you might say, bad happens, a situation may happen, and she'll even rewind. How did I cause and manifest this? And she says, all it takes is a second to realize, how did I manifest this particular situation in my life? And it's all about lessons and realizing you are a master manifester. As a star seed, you are a master manifester as a star seed. And this universe is here to give you and grant you whatever you wish for within the boundaries of this particular realm that you're at, multiverse. Is to take back lessons and get back. So your soul's mission is so beautiful. And whenever you feel like, oh, I'm nothing, never say that. You're one of the few that came down and volunteered. You left home to be here. Shortly you'll be back home. You'll get to see your people and look at all the knowledge. And then you got a wonderful, like right now, she's housing you here on this beautiful planet and giving you so much, like trees, flowers, the wind. I mean, everything, if you think about it. You know,
yesterday I was blow drying my hair and I was looking out the window and there's a tree that's standing. So I'm standing, the tree's standing, and I've got the blow dryer to my hair and my hair is moving and the wind is moving the leaves off of the trees and blow dryer's moving my hair off of my head. You know, I'm losing hair, and it's like I felt such a oneness with all of nature right there. Like I felt like there's no difference between me and this tree. There was no difference between me and that tree at that moment, and it was a beautiful thing. I just pulled a wisdom card because I wanted to see what would happen, and I got, we are spiritual beings.
Yes.
And it says all human beings are part of and inseparable from the soul of humanity. By your very nature, you are an eternal spiritual being pursuing the growth of your soul. And I thought, are you freaking crazy? That's awesome.
Well, you live in this, I mean, come on. Nothing's coincidental. Nothing. I have learned that through all the time I've been here. nothing's coincidental here. It's always in perfect divine timing.
Yes, to show us, to remind us. So
Mhm.
when we're on the other side, we manifest automatically, right? Like we think it and there it is. So that's the beauty of this place is time. Time puts us in between what we want and what we get. So we forget we're doing it, right? So we have to remember that we are these powerful beings again.
Well, you do remember when I first started channeling Michelle, and I do as well channel you. So just so the viewers aren't, I do channel you as well. Do you remember when I was coming through here and I didn't understand what a car was? It took you from one place to
Right.
another. I asked you, how come you can't just do that and you're there? How come you just
Right.
can't? And you had to explain what time works differently from where you're at to here.
Right.
So, you know, I didn't have a clue what you're talking about. Like, are you kidding me? And the moving vehicle just made me want to scream. I don't miss those days.
Yeah, you didn't handle it well.
I didn't handle it very well. It was not, it was not. But you see, where we're from, you just, and there you are. And there you are.
Right.
We just instantly manifest whatever. We create whatever. We can create realms. We can create whatever. That is what we do, Marcus.
Because we are creators.
But you can do that here. But you can do.
But sadly, we don't realize we're creators and we're creating messes. So the ones of us that know we're creators, maybe we need to start cleaning up extra garbage for a little while until people see it.
Well, that is what these videos are here to do. And because when you watch, it will raise your vibration. It will help you do that. And before the end of this video, I thought we could have put the violet flame of divine light, the divine purple fire, and let's throw our garbage into it because we don't need it, you know.
Right. Oh, that's beautiful.
And let's just do that and throw unconditional love to the planet. As star seeds,
perfect.
And we would represent, Trevor represents his home planet, which is not Plato's, believe it or not. He does not come from where we're, but you can represent anybody that watches this now or after can join in the meditation at whatever, well, the fire. And then it will be a visual because of meditation. So it's just putting your hands and you're putting this love, but you can do this anytime. But that's how I would like, but it also going to clear energy as well. And also bring in like, but we do have, for people watching, we do have a short little meditation to introduce you to your star seed. But what we also are going to expand on, like a 20-minute meditation for those that really want to go and really want to explore. We will do a 20-minute meditation, bringing you for more information. That way you can always have something on Blue Heavens. We would like to bring meditations, and we will both be doing this meditation together to bring both the energies through. But for today, today is just going to be a very short little teaser, but just for now, just to kind of introduce you to things and just kind of like walk you through it. But then we will have a Blue Heavens meditation for those that really want a longer, more deep meditation. But today's is just is all it's going to be. But it's not for you. Well, a name information.
Right. Are you ready? I think I'm ready for the meditation if you are. I guess it's more like a quick visual journey. So I guess what our hope is you close your eyes, you calm down and see what you get. Do you feel anything? Do you see anything in your imagination? Do you hear anything? Do you hear anything in your heart? Do you have any thoughts? Like start paying attention to all those things because this energy will communicate with you in one of these ways. It will use what it can to get through to you. And put it down in the comments what came through for you. If you're watching this and it's not live, I would love to see what you got. So if you would leave it in the comments, and know that you are safe. I think the way Lokaous is going to do this is going to let everybody know you're safe when you're doing this. God's got you. God loves you. He's got you. We're safe.
You are safe. And I'm going to take you, and before we start the meditation, I would like to just add a white light of divine protection right now. Just go ahead and add that. We should do this anyway, but before we start the meditation, I want to ground everybody because you are human on this realm. So let's make sure you're always grounded anyway. So let's do a quick white light. So let's breathe in this beautiful white divine light. And let's just breathe out any garbage or anything holding us down that is not needed. Just get it out. Just any anxiety, any. Let's breathe in unconditional love. And just let go of any garbage. Once again, any anger, negative. And lighten your baggage, lighten your load. Let's just lighten it up. You're going to start seeing this beautiful white divine light from your toes all the way up to the top of your head. And then this divine light from the bottom of your toes is going to go down, all the way down to the center of Mother Earth, to her core, to a beautiful cord. And just wrap these roots around to keep you grounded. And as these roots go back up to your toes, on this light, it'll go for your toes, all the way up to the top of your head, through your 7th, 3rd eye chakra, through your 8th chakra, all the way up to your higher self. It'll just keep going up, and you'll just feel a stop. That's your higher self. And this will help you open your 3rd eye more accessibly and assist you in seeing any information. If something you don't understand right now, your higher self will remember this information and help you access and store this information. And as this energy, the white light, comes down and hits your 3rd eye, we are ready to start our meditation. Because now you're divinely protected, and now your 3rd eye is completely open. And you're also rooted as well. So now that we're all got divine white light around us, we are rooted and we are connected to our higher self now. You will notice that right now you're in a absolutely most beautiful green field. It's the most beautiful green field you've seen in your life, but yet it feels a lot familiar to you. And you know you're here for this reason, for right now. But right now you don't really know what that reason is. And you see beautiful flowers around you, beautiful bright colors of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple and violet and white. It's the most visual colors you've ever seen. And you notice the most beautiful blue night sky you've ever seen in your life, the most beautiful blue sky. And you notice all of these stars, all of these gorgeous stars. And you pay attention like you've never paid attention before. The dancing and the sparkling of these stars is beautiful, but one star in particular is catching your attention. And you're not quite sure why it's catching your attention, but it is catching your attention. And all of a sudden you look at yourself and you start glowing like this white star. You are glowing, glistening white and divine, just like this star that you're watching. And with your heart chakra, in your heart, the green energy starts connecting to this particular star that you keep eyeing. And the heartbeat of the star goes in time with your heart. Boom, 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 you just feel it. And the energy, and it starts to descend down. The energy is descending down in front of you. And as the energy now is in front of you, somebody stands out of the shadows of this beautiful light that just ascended from the stars, is now in front of you. You are in awe. You are like, but you're not scared. You're calm. You feel very at ease with who is standing in front of you. And all of a sudden you remember, wait a second, I designated this spot to meet my representative here at this time, at this meeting spot, to ask about my soul mission. Because everybody that comes down to this planet has a representative representing you and your home planet, your galactic star system. As they come out into the light, you start now seeing them. They introduce themselves and say their name. What is their name? And what do you hear? Is it a male? Is it a female? What sort of being is this? Is it a plant? Is it an animal? Is it a color? Is it a shadow? What is it that you see in front of you right now? And with the green heart chakra energy, you connect this love to their heart chakra energy, and you just seem to recognize this being with your whole heart. You don't feel no more homesick, and you feel yet safe. And they smile at you and look at you, and you have so many questions for them, but yet they tell you, but we're only here for a brief time for right now, but you can see us whenever you want to see us. But for right now, we're just going to answer your soul's mission, because they know that's the question. They understand that you are spiritually awakened, and you do understand that this is why you're asking them to be here, because before you even came here, you knew the questions you are going to ask at this particular time. So they already know the question you're going to ask. And they look at you and they tell you what your soul mission is. What are they telling you right now that your soul mission is? What is your reason for being here? They have told you, and you want to know just a little bit from home. So in their hands, they put their hands out, and this beautiful green light comes out, and they have you put your hands onto their hands with the same green light. And in this light, you see this most beautiful visions of your home. What visuals do you see? Hear? What people are surrounding? Any animals? What do you see in this visual of your home? And the next thing this your representative tells you, your galactic being representative will tell you, there is a mirror. And in this mirror, you're going to look and see everything you've ever needed for this journey here. And you ask, that's exactly what you need to know. What is it that you need for this journey on this particular realm at this time? And you go and stand in front of this beautiful mirror, but all you see is your reflection of you. And you just see you staring out at this reflection as you look now. And you seem confused. And you ask your galactic guide, you go, but all I see is me. And the galactic guides say, but this is the beautiful thing. You've always had it inside of you. Everything you've ever needed has always been inside of you. You just need to be in stillness and wake up and see this. You do understand you are the creator of whatever you manifest. You can do this here and you can do this where you're at now. Everything's always been inside of you. And that's just something that needs to be reminded to you right now. And you smile, understanding how perfect and just wonderful and amazing that this is. You've held everything inside of you, asking all these questions, but in fact, it's all been inside of you all this time. That you never left your home and they never just left you and abandoned you. You always have had the answers this whole time. And you smile, understanding this. And as the being, your galactic guide, let's go with your hands, with this green, beautiful light, she puts this light into your heart chakra and tells you whenever you miss home to put your right hand onto this heart center and you will always feel home. But always as a reminder of that reflection that it's you. You are everything you need here right now. It's just cultivating the stillness and understanding your own creative abilities here and what you bring. And with this, you're so excited because now you know your journey, you know your mission, and you know within you have this. So one last thing they tell you before they leave, you wanted a reminder of home, and you knew for this time and place that there's going to be a special heirloom, a token that this being, your representative, is going to hand you to remind you of home for always, for this time, and hand you an object, which you put into your hands now. So what is this that they handed you? Is it a key? Is it a locket? Whatever it is personal to you and for you. It will help you to remember home and not be so homesick. To remind you that you have those in your galactic starseed system. They love you here and they love you where you're from, that you're always loved. And you take this beautiful object and put it as well into your heart chakra. And as your galactic guide tells you as well, whenever you need to know home, it's right here in your heart chakra. And as well, I'm always with you too. But for this meditation, I am showing up as this. So whenever you need me, just say my name and we show up, and I come from the star from whence you come, and I will help you with whatever, because I am your representative for your galactic star system. I am here to represent you. And I have been here and I've never left you. There's little guidance in that. I've always been with you. And so you smile knowing not only do you got divine protection from this beautiful planet that you are currently residing, you also have your representative from your own home planet as well, which makes you smile because now you know how deeply loved you are. And they said until we meet again and you part ways and you look at your galactic guide one last time for now, and to know you will see them whenever you need to see them. And as they go back into the stars, you watch them ascend back. You stand there with a state of awe and a state of just absolute wonder. And understand as well that everything you've ever needed is inside your heart. Because if you really think about this, everything has been in your heart. Your heart never forgets, and your heart always has you. So if you ever feel lost, you ever feel alone, your heart will always lead you home. And it always has led you home, and it will lead you home again. So we're going to open our eyes. When I count from 5 down, we're going to open our eyes and wake up. And anything we have had, this experience is your personal experience for you to write down or journal. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we just open our eyes and we wake up. I'm curious what you do. Yes, it brings I'm in the middle of it. Yes.
When he handed me the thing,
Yeah.
it was kind of like again there. It was beautiful. Thank you, Lokaous. That was great.
You're welcome, Angela.
When you were talking about when you started talking about they'd connect to our heart, like I connected right as you were saying it. It was like all happening as you were saying it. I was there. I met my guy, tall, like a tall blue skinned being with a big black like cloak, but like a collar, like he's got like a collar with like the V thing, and he, I think like a jewel and stuff, and there was just love. It was just like like I felt like they were proud.
Mm-hmm. Yes, well they are.
I felt like he was proud.
Right. And he is proud of you. He is proud. And while you're doing that meditation, you're under Archangel Metatron's protection. And that was my way to represent it. So you know you're never alone. That's your representative, Angela, is always with you. And what they handed you is from home to remind you that they know you're coming back, to remind you you're going back. And you always have it here. And if you miss home so bad, you just put your hand on your heart and you're back home. But I have a longer version of that. That's going to take you more deep into it. But for just time for the live, I just shortened it up. But I have a 20-minute version that will really take you more in depth to this. Yes.
It's wonderful. It felt safe. I felt uplifted afterwards. Well, I hope that it helps our viewers too. I think it was a beautiful thing. And I love that in a lot of these guided meditations, if you're dealing with your star systems, you have to go astral outside of Earth. I love that you brought it to Earth. You brought it here for us. So we don't have to experience that, because sometimes that can be a scary thing. I love that you were able to show us it is all here now. We don't need to travel someplace else for any answers. We don't have to go outside of ourselves for any of this stuff. It is all inside of us to find. It's all there. All the answers that are there, but we have to silence ourselves. We have to meditate. That's why be still and know I am God. He's telling us all the answers are there within us if we can hush our thoughts up.
And that's why I added the mirror, for you to remember always. It's always been here.
Yeah.
It's no special secret. Yeah. It's all been here. You're not broken. It's all in here. To remind you how truly loved you are, but it's all in here. And it's just, but it brings you now just a little bit of your star system. And now you can go deeper into that moment now and always go back there. You don't have to astral travel and go out when you have representative. They love to come down. You're connected to them. And they're here all the time, but they can't really say anything not to scare you. Because if you see something and you're not ready to see it, you're not ready to see it, and it may scare you. And that's not what they want to do. But they silently stay here and watch. And then when it is time, you will come across a meditation such as this to meet your starseed representative. And from that, you start this whole wonderful journey of discovering. But they won't give you too much. They don't want you to mess up your mission here. And they want to go home so bad you do that. They just give you just enough just enough, like little teasers here and there as you need it. But they're heirloom for always. It's for all the rest of your natural life incarnated here, to remind you of home, to know that you're never alone, that that you are loved. Where are you loved, and where is that? And you just, it makes you feel like, oh, I have mine object as well that reminds me of home. So everybody should have that. That's so important, to know home and have home with you, and to just have it with you, and it guides you. So yes, absolutely. And I'm glad that you love this. When the tears as well, because I'm there too, and as well,
Right.
Michelle was tearing up because she's right there and just tearing up as well. So it's just because you just know this love, you feel it.
Right, you feel it.
Yes, they want you to know you're never alone, but you can always go back and talk to them.
Yeah.
Always.
That was beautiful. And now I'm worn out. I think we did good. It took us a long time to get this going. I don't know how many videos I tried, and apparently my computer wasn't going to work for me. So we'll figure it out again.
Happened like that, so that's okay. It was meant to be like this. Nothing happens like that. And then you hear Michelle was in the background, and Trevor says you can't accomplish nothing by screaming. So
right, he's correct.
You know, he said calm and collect. Well, you know, so, but this was a beautiful, wonderful live, and
it was.
And we want to do more meditations for people as well, and bring that to our videos and lives. I really enjoyed giving that, because Marcus as well wanted to do meditations, and Loki, because they each bring something to a meditation, and that will help.
Right.
The person that you are receiving, you can go inside anytime you ever need to within your own mind and do it. And the star seed, you can always just go back and formulate it your way. Go to your happy place. Wherever your happy place is, they will go to your happy place, whatever that may be. And they will meet you there, and they will talk to you. Whatever they look like, whatever, they come from love, and you will just feel that. So you never feel alone ever. So, but I am so glad we did this. For so many people needed this.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, so I think our next live, we're going to talk about Christmas movies, aren't we? We're going to try to get into the spirit of the holidays.
Yes, I wanted to we want to talk about different movies and do like a spiritual analyzation of them, because I have watched Elf, and I've come up from a different viewpoint of things, of Christmas movies, from a spiritual point of view.
Yeah.
But it's a whole fresh view. It's a Wonderful Life, White Christmas, Grinch, whatever, Christmas Story, Home Alone. There is a meaning to these, and they're each separate.
Yeah.
And I think that would be great. And at the end, I thought we could do a past, present, and future reading. I think that would be fantastic. So if we have anybody out there that would love to have a past, present, and future reading on live, please got 2 weeks, and we are fine with that.
See, what date would that be? Let me look at my calendar and see what date that would be. So it's the 16th, so it would be November 30th.
Yes, the 30th.
So November 30th at noon, we will do a live about Christmas movies and their spiritual connections, along with a past, present, and future reading for the people that are able to join us on that live. That sounds awesome.
Yes, I can't wait. I will bring Michelle back at the very end again.
All right. Heck yeah.
And I'm back. So how did it all go? No tears? Was everything work good? Yeah.
It did. The meditation was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. And again, I love that he brought it to Earth instead of us having to use our imagination to travel outside of that. I know the first time I traveled outside of Earth astrally, it scared me. I was afraid. So I was like, archangels, our gold archangels have to come with me. And I didn't want that for people. So I love that he knew people didn't want that for people either. I love it. And to show us it was all inside of us. You're just going to have to, it was beautiful.
I'll have to rewatch. I'll have to see. I just got a little bit of tears in my eyes because he misses home. So I'll have to and out and see and that. So
He's so not
glad.
alone.
Yes, well, I am so happy. I'm blessed. Another day we get to do this. I'm so happy, and I'm so glad we have.
I think it went well.
Yes,
we had a rough start, but we did it.
let's start. And then I exited and Lokaous came through. So I was in Pleasant. So yay.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens, but
I love you, and know that the creator of the universe is completely in love with you. He has your back. He's got you. You're not alone. That lives inside of you. That power lives inside of you. I remember when I was an atheist, I always wondered, like, how could like God be omniscient and omnipotent and all this stuff? It's because it's inside of every living thing. Every living thing has this energy inside of it. That's how it knows everything. Plus, it's outside of everything. You couldn't put it in a box. So as an atheist, I'd like to go back to my old self and be like, hey, you can't put it in a box. You can't. That's the beauty of it. There's no box for it.
And this is Marcus, and I'm here as the usual to close. I have to close.
Yeah.
I feel that is kind of in my thing to do.
It is.
So let's remember, everything is beautiful, and they're unconditionally loved so much by the creator of the universe, more than you ever know. And if you just embrace this love, this creator is willing to give it. Was most willing
Absolutely.
to. So with that, I would say we are done with our live. And we bid everybody a wonderful day or night and whatever you are doing, and have a wonderful rest of your beautiful day today.
Absolutely. Love y'all. We'll see you in the next live or video or wherever we're at. Much love.